Quick warning viewers, today the episode actually is a two-parter because it is about an hour long. This is the first part, I hope you enjoy. Welcome back community, welcome to my series. When I've been with my real life friends, I have been calling you the community, and I think I'm going to have to keep doing that because you guys always do help each other out in the comments. You often answer questions for me and you defend me rather violently to anyone who gives any kind of detrimental criticism. Although sometimes the criticism is actually deserved and does help the series grow, so don't destroy everything that does come along. And don't worry, you are my real life friends as well. Now this is going to be an awkward episode, not just because of how I've started it, but because we actually have some missing footage. We actually have missed all of yesterday, that's why no episode actually was released, and quite a lot actually has been done. First of all, I spent nearly the entire episode just crafting things and not really building. So now, if I open my inventory, you can see a whole heap of crafted things. For instance, landmarks, a secondary quarry, which did take quite a lot of time because of the diamond gears, gold gears and things that I also had to build. And there's also these item teleport pipes. Now you should know that these actually aren't in Buildcraft, which means I have added even more mods to my game. Unfortunately, I couldn't get additional Buildcraft objects, which does add a whole heap of distribution pipes and things that can help in sorting. But the teleport pipes are absolutely amazing. I also got logistic pipes. I'm actually not allowed to add any more block IDs because of that bug in Anvil that you can't actually use the full 4000 just yet. Although a viewer did help me out and actually recommended a mod that would fix that, I'm just going to wait a while, wait until there's a stable patch out before I start adding more mods. Now here is something new. Everyone hopefully remembers, unless you're new to the series and you've just stumbled across this, that I used to have this flower of collectors from Equivalent Exchange around here. I've turned it into a wall flower, which I quite like. I do actually like this design, it is looking rather cool, although it isn't even nearly finished. As you can see, the back isn't done at all. There should be collectors on the backs of the relays there. And there should be more relays, one at the bottom, one at the top. In fact, there should be one on the back, but I'm using this collector to actually get most of my quarry materials, the ones that I don't want to keep, like ores and such. No, I want to keep the ores, everything else goes into this collector, which are being automatically crafted into diamonds because the EMC is slowly building up, not just from the materials that are going in, but from these relays on the side. As you can see, they're not building up any energy. Even the one with my Kleinstar in it, which has been upgraded since the last episode you've seen, it is the Kleinstar. I'm not going to say it. I know it is the number 3 in German, but I also know it's not said as it's actually spelt, so I'm not going to try. The level 3 Kleinstar is what I'm using now, which should be able to hold 800,000 EMC. But as you can see, it isn't actually charging now. If I want to charge it, I have to actually take the diamond out of the target spot. And now we should start seeing this beginning to charge, but this relay is actually being completely wasted. It would actually be better just to craft these into diamonds, and then take the diamonds out and just put them into my Kleinstar, which is actually the plan for now. I am actually going to have 2 of these flowers eventually, one for the collector to get all the materials into, and another one specifically made for actually charging the Kleinstar, which instead of having a condenser on the middle, which is what I crafted yesterday as well, it would actually have a collector, not a relay like most people do. The most efficient way is actually to use a collector, which can also be used to charge a Kleinstar. Now it isn't as versatile because you can't put in items here to actually turn into EMC, but it's incredibly useful because it is the fastest way. So anyway, that's something new. Now I haven't actually set up my secondary quarry, but I am ready to do so, which I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. I'll get up my landmarks. Now, where are my levers? Here they are. Whoops, my Minecraft just minimized because I forgot to shut down all my secondary programs in the background, but that should be fine now. It does happen occasionally. I try and hide it from my series because it does happen rather strangely. And it does create some artifacts. Now, landmark here. For once, I can assure you that everything is going to work. I've never made a quarry with landmarks that actually worked on the first try, but there is a first time for everything. Second landmark. Oh yes, while I'm doing this I might as well say the reason I got all these teleport pipes is because of the increasing lag that I'm getting from all the items being sent around. I can handle unbelievable shaders, but unbelievable shaders and all these flying items in my world is starting to get a little bit taxing. You might notice I am not actually rendering too far anymore, it is actually normal. which is a real, like, dash to my pride, I suppose. I really don't like that. But sometimes sacrifices have to be made. Now, that has made a square. This should work. As I said, first try. Still probably going to go wrong. So yes, as I was trying to say, the teleport pipes are going to eliminate my lag almost completely, because now the items will only have to go out, say, one block, and instantly be teleported somewhere else, so they don't actually have to spend time traveling through the air, just a very short amount of time, so I shouldn't have as many entities loaded in the world. Now, to balance that overpoweredness is the fact that they are incredibly expensive. They don't just take diamonds, they actually take diamond gears, each of which takes 4 diamond, 4 gold, 4 iron, 4 cobblestone, and 4 sticks just to make one of them. Now, it does make 8 gears from this, but this is still basically 1 diamond, 1 gold, blah blah blah, to make 1 pipe. So yes, it is rather expensive, but incredibly useful. Now let's see if this quarry is going to work. Come on. No, I forgot to... embarrassing. Never works the first try. There we go. Now it worked. I'm never gonna get this right, am I? Anyway, there is some other stuff that I built that I forgot to show you. I should probably set up this quarry first before I do that. Where's my engines? Here we are, steam engines. I'm just gonna make some wooden planks. Alright, I'm just gonna do a simple conversion to get those planks that I need. Whoa, this is probably gonna make way more than I actually expected. Oh no, that'll do the trick. Yep, 43. Well, it is beginning to get dark, so I better finish this off rather quickly. There we are, 4 on this side, 4 on this side. And now I'll just put down my levers. I only actually need them here. Oh, why can't you face the right way? There we go. Obsessive compulsiveness kicking in. There we are. Now inside my alchemy bag I should have a whole heap of, there we are, charcoal. Now, damn it, I can't actually fit 8 in my inventory. Wait, of course I can. I have an alchemy bag. There we go. That's 8? Yes, that's 8. Now I'm not going to power them all at first, of course, because then it will probably explode. So I'll just power, say, 3, and that should do the trick. I'll just turn this one on. Why is this one? Oh, I see. So those two are already on, now I'll turn on this one, and everything should be alright to build while I sleep. No explosions, probably. And I'll also just fill the other ones with charcoal. No, in the morning. In the morning I'll do that. Good morning, viewers. As you can see, the quarry has started up, but there will be some... Whoops. Right, I might have wanted to connect this first. My bad. Let's just fix this up before it's too late. Oh well, I'm wasting a lot of basalt as well. I do actually like that material. Then again, it is really cheap. It's actually just the cost of cobblestone in EMC terms. But that should fix the problem. Now, one of the reasons I did use a condenser, I better just eat some food. Do I have some in that chest? Bread? Yeah, bread. Bread. Damn it. I guess apples will have to do that. I must have ate them all. Whoops. Now, as I was saying, one reason I switched to a condenser instead of a relay is because one relay can't actually... one relay cannot actually handle all the materials that would come in from 2 quarries. It would actually begin to overflow, and that's why I did actually build a redundancy pipe heading over here and around and then back into the system. But I thought of a better way to just alleviate the problem would just be using a condenser, because a condenser actually destroys items much, much faster than a relay. You can put in entire stacks and just watch them disappear incredibly quickly. Which I might as well just do with, say, this basalt here, and you'll see much faster. I'd say maybe even 10 times faster, but I am just estimating here. Now I better just turn on all the rest of these engines. Let me see. Actually, I'll also just open up my alchemy bag, grab a few more things of charcoal. I might as well top up these while I'm here. Just the ones that were working all through the night. Okay. Are you all on? Yes, of course you are. Ha! See, I didn't say a sus thing that time. No one can leave a comment saying I did. Well, you could, but you would be lying. Now, moving on. turn all of them in that direction. I'm not saying it this time. Okay. Everything is operational. I'm using my words very carefully here. Now, there is one problem with this design, is that it is in a desert, and that means there's cactus, and that means the quarry is going to have some trouble because of its incredibly large size. So what I'm going to do is just jump down here into my massive swimming pool. That always is terrifying, even though I know it's completely safe. Now what I actually need to do is head over and chop down all the cactus for my quarry. The reason is rather simple. Because it's so large, it takes such a long time to actually move around to each cactus that one, it wastes time, but more importantly, the cactus will actually regrow by the time it gets down to the next level. So the quarry will have to jump back up and then mine it again and again and again, and I'll actually never reach down to the lower levels where all the ore is. So yes, I'll just clear out all these cactuses. Or cacti, as it's probably called. I hope my quarry appreciates all the work that I do for it. Now I'm going to head back and show you some other stuff that I built in the last episode. Now obviously I did build this giant factory. I upgraded a lot of things, not with overclocker upgrades, I just mean I upgraded the complicated systems that they all follow, which I will explain in a second, but I might as well just show you these chests first because they're simpler to explain. I now have a whole heap of rubber. See? Very simple. It actually isn't being produced anymore. I have ran out of sap, but not that that's really a problem, seeing as just how much I actually have now. In this chest is where the coal dust goes. Well, that's where half of it goes. You see, the other half will actually go down there into a different chest, which I can process and explain later. This is my ingot chest, because things go through a macerator, then into a furnace, and then get piped up here. Although the iron doesn't. Half of the iron gets pumped up here. The other half actually goes through a circuit once again, goes back into the furnace, and then becomes refined iron. So I should get an even amount of iron and refined iron out of this, not service, operation, no circuit, factory. Let's just call it a factory. Now this is an empty chest because it's actually hooked up to a machine that doesn't exist yet. Now I'll head down and show you what exactly I mean by that. Now it is complicated, but I'll try and explain everything in simple terms. There should be a compressor. Compressor? Yes, that's the machine I'm talking about. There should be a compressor here. Everything is actually set up for it and is prepared to be used. Except... No, yep, that's right. Yep. No. Wait, yep. Damn, I'm confusing right now. Yes, okay. I did make it right. I was just a little bit confused about the two wooden pipes, because it does actually go here. That's right. Now this is the chest for the other coal dust. Why must I be wrong all the time? This is a chest for the uranium, which is pretty much the only thing that needs to be compressed right now, so I can get some uranium ingots, and then start up a... what would you call it? A nuclear reactor for industrial craft downstairs. But that will be in the future, even though I know some clever ways to do it. I'm going to need hundreds of iron and things that I just do not have right now. Now this is the chest for the coal dust. Here we are. So half of it goes into this chest, the other half goes upstairs. And half of it is going upstairs because a lot of things do need to be crafted out of coal dust itself, but some of that also can go into things like carbon fibers and a whole heap of other advanced alloys, which can also be crafted into other things. So the point of this is, what I will have is an automatic crafting table here. Oh no, above it, that's it. I'll have it above, and that will then get piped out, along with some other materials, which will then go into the compressor and form coal chunks and things that can actually turn into an automated diamond factory, turning coal into diamond. But all of this complicated mess will actually be destroyed soon, now that I have these teleport pipes. There's no reason for all this complicated, over-the-top, and I don't mean over-the-top by overly complicated, I just mean pipes going over the top of each other. There's crazy systems, and I'm running out of space to put new machines, but instead of a long circuit of pipes and a long travel system, all I need is one teleport pipe in, one teleport pipe out. So that is definitely going to help me out. And logistic pipes, once I have the materials to actually have them up and running, they are incredibly expensive, should make the process even easier, because then instead of going, okay, I'm going to need this material and this one to craft what I want, I'll just bring up my remote order and go, hey pipes, give me a diamond gear. Or better yet, just give me a furnace because I want it, and it will craft everything for me. So that is the eventual plan once I actually have enough resources, which is partly why I've started up a secondary quarry so I can start getting those resources a little bit faster, and why I focused a lot of yesterday's episode that doesn't exist, upgrading my collector flower? I don't know names for things, I just know how to build them. Also, I do like this setup a bit more because I don't need to walk off somewhere and open up the thing and then bring the client star over. It's just take the client star, right click here, and everything is so simple. Although complicated at the same time. Now, strangely enough, I do have some questions for you guys that I couldn't find anywhere else. Does anybody know exactly how to use an advanced wooden transport pipe? The rest I do know how they work and such, but not that. And there is another question. It would be great if someone in the comments could help me, someone in the community. Now, let me see. It is one of the logistic pipes. No, actually, it's a few of them. These are completely new to me. Logistic chassis make 1, 2, 3, and 5. All I can see from this is that they are incredibly expensive, especially this one. Also, I have no idea how to make these redstone chipsets that are apparently a part of it that might be cheaper, might be more expensive, but yes, I have no idea what these are for and how to use them. The rest I do. They're rather simple, once you get the hang of it. Well, everything but the satellite logistic pipes, I also don't know how to use that one. But anyway, any help from that would be great, because then I could show all the rest of my viewers, and I'll certainly credit you in the episode. Now, I'm just going to sleep for the night, and then I'm going to fix up this factory. Well, not fix it, but convert it to using teleport pipes. Now, I did nearly forget once again the one more thing that I wanted to do many episodes ago, because a fan did suggest it. Many times actually, but I never got around to it. Now let me see, I need iron, which it's not letting me do. I'll have to take some of this. Now, what I'm going to need is 27 iron. No, more than that. 36 iron. That will do the trick. And I also need a jack-o'-lantern. Or it might just be a pumpkin. One of the two. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe they're more expensive than I thought. Damn it. Maybe if I burn some more. Come on, pumpkin. Okay, there we are. Now, pumpkin. And a jack-o'-lantern. I just had to sacrifice one of my pistons. Now let's see how this goes. Simply crafting some iron blocks. I'm sure this viewer knows exactly what I'm doing with these, seeing as there's not really much you can do with them. Well, apart from one thing, which of course I am doing. Now I get myself 4 blocks of iron, and in addition to that I'm also going to need a whole heap of bucket of water, although I'm going to have to clean up my inventory to fit them. Now, as I was saying, whole heap of inventory space. Of course I could just make an infinite water resource and then just use 1 bucket. That would probably make more sense, wouldn't it? Yep, change of plan. That's definitely what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to grab... damn it. Going to slowly grab 9 of these. I like to make sure when I'm making infinite resources just to make a little bit more than normal. So I don't use 4, I use 9. Also, I'm going to need quite a few building blocks. I'm just going to grab some glowstone. In fact, I don't really know how many I need, so I'll just grab a stack. I can always put it back in later. Also, you might be wondering why the cheat menu is open. That's because I did something rather stupid. I'll show you what it was in just a second. When you open the alchemy bag, one option it does allow you to do is actually put the alchemy bag inside itself. Problem with that is you can never get it out afterwards because you can't open the alchemy bag. Well, you can get it out, but you need to make an entire new one. So I just added it back into my inventory. Anyway, moving on. Hopefully that's not too much of an issue for you guys. It isn't really much of a problem. Now I'm going to begin crafting something to defend my basement. I am building an iron golem, but I want to make sure that it doesn't just wander off and leave me behind. So, rather simple what I'm going to do. First off, I just need my infinite water resource. Right, silly me, it only took 3 buckets to fill it. There was probably an even easier way.